Ever wanted to do a professional multicam setup with multiple smartphone camera devices and monitor them all on one screen without the need for flimsy wires, switches, software, or adapters? Protake's amazing wireless multicam feature is just the thing you're looking for. What's up? I'm ronald.james.baculo, filmmaker, comic book creator, and mental health ambassador, here to help empower you to tell better visual stories with the best filmmaking tips, tricks, and techniques. A few years back, when I used to work in broadcasting and media, to do a multi-camera production required an elaborate setup with lots of long cables, rolls of gaffer tape, video switchers and TV monitors, and of course big broadcast video cameras. Despite the pain in the ass process to set it all up, the goal was to capture an event or moment the best you can from multiple viewpoints and be able to see and direct it all from one spot. With the advent of the smartphone and its powerful video recording capabilities, filmmaking and video production is even more accessible to the people. With the help of some innovative apps, even the elaborate multicam setup I described earlier can be achieved without the lengthy wires and heavy hardware. Say hello to Protake mobile cinema camera app, available on both Apple and Android smartphones. It's an incredibly powerful app on its own, with professional filmmaking features like manual exposure controls, film stock color profiles, and hardware support for gimbals and anamorphic lenses. Perhaps its biggest yet underrated feature is its ability to wirelessly monitor and control up to 4 separate smartphone camera devices on the one device. If you're really into mobile filmmaking, then I'm sure you're familiar with the Filmic Pro app, used by professionals and non-professional filmmakers all over the world. Are you aware of its companion app, Filmic Remote, though? It's a separate app that allows you to wirelessly connect with another device, using one device as the camera and the other device as a monitor and remote control. This combo allowed me to essentially film myself for an award-winning short film made during the height of the pandemic. I did a detailed video on it here, where I show you how to set up the wireless remote on another device. Honestly, it was a godsend during that solo production. But the Filmic Pro and remote combo also came with its own limitations and drawbacks. For one, it wasn't cross-platform compatible, meaning I couldn't connect my Android-powered Samsung smartphone with an Apple device like an iPad. A few months after that lockdown solo production, I discovered this little camera app called Protake. I remember hearing about it months earlier with the likes of Maddie Hapoya promoting it, but I didn't really give it much notice. When I finally gave it a try, I was amazed by its simplicity of use. A rather joyous user experience compared to the sometimes fiddly interface of Filmic Pro. But the real banger of a feature to me was the ability to link up not just another device, like what Filmic Remote does, but link up to 4 camera devices, even if they were on different OS platforms. The efficiency of this setup is that it is completely wireless, connected over an existing Wi-Fi network. This means no pesky wires and cables, and also the mobility of not being tethered to the same spot. As mentioned before, Protake amazingly can connect up to 4 smartphone devices, with a 5th device acting as the monitor, complete with 4-way split screen. You'll never miss an angle with this setup. I always thought it was the respective phone manufacturers' pride and fault that Filmic Remote could not connect iOS to Android and vice versa. But this app completely proves that theory wrong. I mean, I don't know how the developers did it, but they were able to achieve temporary world peace here between Apple and Android. My Samsung phones, my wife's iPhones, and my toddler's iPad can harmoniously connect and be useful in a multicam production. Compared to Filmic Remote, Protake keeps it basic to just simultaneous monitoring and hitting record. Filmic Remote has more professional monitoring features like scopes and analytics. As this is a wireless setup, you can expect some slight lag or latency, although there is an option available to prioritize latency or quality. If lightning speed accuracy is required for your production, then a direct wired setup via HDMI out is better for you. The wireless multicam setup requires connecting over an existing Wi-Fi network. Now this can be a problem if your production is outdoors or out of reach from a Wi-Fi network. The last drawback that might hold you off from using or even trying the wireless remote monitoring is the subscription-based pricing, requiring you to pay annually to continue using it, compared to other apps that have a one-time payment to use forever. It turns out you don't really need a bunch of high-end, expensive gear to achieve a simple multicam film or video production setup. With Protake and a handful of smartphones or tablets, you can capture your story or event from every possible angle simultaneously, while giving you a director's God's eye view of your entire production. This is mobile filmmaking at its best. Hey, if you found value in this video, please do help support the algorithm by hitting the like button or subscribing to my channel to see more awesome content like this. Until next time, reframe your mind.